everybody. So today we're in a different setting. I'm in my living room, which feels kind of weird and nice at the same time. Most of the time I'm filming in my office after the kids go to sleep, so it's kind of nice to be out in the daylight filming. It's like one of those days. It's okay to be inside because it was a little rainy earlier. It's foggy, a little cloudy, cozy. I just love days like these. Speaking of love, today's video is all about self-care. I partnered up with Jamieson Vitamins. Speaking of Jamieson Vitamins, I've been using this brand for years. When I was pregnant, I used their prenatal vitamins. My kids use their vitamins, my husband. So I'm super stoked to be working with them today. All right, let's continue. To talk about what I do for self-care, which I think is necessary for anyone living on this planet. I think people get confused about what self-care actually is. It's not a selfish act. It's just knowing what we need as individuals to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally. Because if I don't take care of myself, I won't be able to give to the best of my abilities to the ones I love. Having a husband, 2 kids, friends. I'm not going to be the best wife, mom, friend if my emotional, physical, and mental state aren't nurtured. But self-care can improve your mood and reduce anxiety, and so I think of it as a refueling of the mind and body. So these are a few things that I do to refuel. And by the way, these are in no particular order. All of these are very important to me. Number 1, I think doing something for yourself, whether it's going to the spa, going to therapy, going for a walk around the block. So I really value going to get my hair done. It's like a friend hangout, therapy session, spa date all in one. And I just love anything hair related. So like if you're touching my hair, playing with my hair, fixing my hair, like that's heaven to me. It's one of the reasons why I see Chris so much and to like change up my hair, because I just get like a sense of adrenaline. It's so much fun for me. I've been taking hair, skin, and nail vitamins. They make your hair thicker, nails stronger, and healthier skin. But for my hair and coloring all the time, I really want to make it strong. And they really work. This one is by Jamieson. And I just take one a day, really easy. Number 2, taking time reading a book. It's just kind of just like my quiet time to focus and to learn something new. Usually I read before bed, but a lot of times I'll go to Noah's school early and I'll bring my book with me and I'll just read for like 30 minutes because there's only so many minutes, hours in a day, and I feel like if we really wanted to do something, there's always a way to squeeze something in. Number 3 is sleep. Sleep. Matt and I were with the kids all day. He goes to work, I work from home, I watch the kids during the day. When he comes home, we watch the kids together, put them to bed, do the routine, try to get them in bed by like 8:30, and then from 8:30 on is our time alone, the time that we get to spend together, which is really important to us. We value that time. Sometimes we're awake until like 1:30, 2. We'd be so tired the next day. I was just so like fed up with feeling lethargic all the time. Because when you sleep, your brain is preparing for the next day and it's creating all these pathways and it's so important. So I've been trying to go to sleep between like 10:30, 11, which I don't know, maybe for some of you that sounds really late, but Matt and I, we've always like stayed up pretty late. So I made it a priority to try and get as much sleep as I can. Some of the days, I have trouble sleeping. Jamieson Beauty Sleep, melatonin, natural alternative to sleeping pills. This helps you sleep naturally. Jamieson's Beauty Sleep vitamins are safe. They're non-habit forming sleep aid. And there's also biotin, so that promotes thicker hair, healthier skin, stronger nails, all that good stuff. But most importantly, helps improve sleep quality. All about that. Also, this is great for jet lag. If you love to travel as much as we do, jet lag's super frustrating. Take one of these before bed and it will help you get through that jet lag wave. Number 4 for me is cooking. And I love cooking. But a couple months ago, I was working so much. Every spare time, I'd be sitting in my office on my computer doing something. And so I didn't cook. We ate out almost every day. So when we came home from our last trip, I told myself that I'm going to try and cook every meal. Probably 90% of the time I am cooking. Overall, I feel so much better because I'm cooking with better ingredients. And I've also been cooking a primarily plant-based diet. I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I've been just trying to eat more plant-based. And I think that's definitely one of the reasons why I feel so good It's just because I'm eating better, honestly. But one of the things you have to look out for when you are eating more plant-based is B12 deficiency. And B12 is a vitamin that you get through eating meat products, animal products like dairy, meat, eggs. So I've just been taking B12, iron B12. It says that it naturally energizes and helps prevent iron deficiency, which I was anemic during my pregnancy. So I have a tendency to have lower levels of iron. So I've been taking B12, and now that's like an essential part of my self-care routine for sure. Number 5, speaking of cooking, smoothies are one of my favorite things to do for self-care, because you can just jam pack so many like nutritious things and just like slurp it up and then you're good to go. And I feel so much better after I've had like a really nutritious smoothie. My favorite smoothie is creating like a green smoothie. So I jam pack it with so much spinach. Like the whole Vitamix is like filled with spinach. And then I'll put coconut milk, some water, ginger, mint, banana, and pineapples. And then I also throw in like a bunch of hemp seeds, blend that all up. And it's kind of like a green pina colada. And then the hemp seeds really help in like making it a bit more creamy. It's really good. 6, 6, 6. So meditation and visualization has become an important part of my life. It's kind of weird to say that because a few years ago, I'd be like, what the hell is that? So after I wake up, I'm kind of like scrambling, making breakfast, getting Noah ready for school. When I come back and I sit in my office and start to work, I spend a couple minutes just meditating, clearing my mind, quieting my mind, and just being in that state for a few minutes. It just kind of puts you in a rational state of mind where you can like think clearly. From then, I start visualizing my entire day, and so I get pretty detailed. Even like visualize myself getting a coffee or making a smoothie, reading emails, creating a video, filming, just whatever I need to do for that day. I visualize it. And I also visualize myself at the end of the day. I completed all my goals and I visualize how I would feel. And that has helped me just improve focus for the entire day. Many athletes and professionals use visualization techniques because it improves your focus and it just helps you perform better in whatever you're doing. Number 7, vitamins. Obviously, in a perfect idealistic world, you want to get your vitamins from the food you eat. But is that realistic for everybody? No, it's not. So I take a bunch of different vitamins. I showed you a couple: the hair, nails, and skin vitamin, the Jamieson B12 vitamins, Jamieson Beauty Sleep with the melatonin. Along with these, I also take vitamin D, especially in like the fall, winter time when I'm not...
Mom.
Yeah?
I really want ice cream.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about vitamins right now. Do you want a vitamin?
Yeah. Hi.
So in the fall, winter time, where you're getting that like vitamin D deficiency because the sun is not as prevalent, especially where I live in Vancouver. You know, it's a little gloomy and cloudy and rainy a lot of the times in the fall and winter. After taking the right things, eating well, taking vitamins, I just feel so much better. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. I don't work out that much. I'm not very active, which I probably should be. I just don't enjoy it. It's so painful to me. Okay, but it's something that I'll work on eventually, just not right now. Even though I'm not like the most physically active person, like eating well and taking the right vitamins has definitely affected the way I feel. Number 8, music. I listen to very calming music, so I'll play like piano covers of like current and old songs. I'll play like nature sound when I'm driving, meditation music, spa music. Oh, I sound so old right now. It just like puts me into this state of like relaxation. And I'll drive Noah to school in the morning and I'll play spa music just so we can like start our day off like in a calming, relaxing way. I sound like such a hippie right now. I'm not, I swear. But I don't know, maybe I'm an aspiring hippie. Number 9, be a kid again. Play is so important. Doing something, especially something creative, really, really great for your mental and emotional health. Painting, drawing. I think that's one of the reasons why adult coloring books are so huge right now. You kind of like lose all sense of time, and after you've completed a project or you created something, you get this increase of dopamine. I got one of those like drawing tablets on the computer, so I've been just like getting creative, and I've always really been into like digital art. So I've been squeezing some time in for that every once in a while, and you should too. Creativity is everything. Number 10 for me is limiting my social media use. Because the majority of my work is through social media, you think that I'd have a harder time shutting it off, but honestly, it's like one of the easiest things for me. When I'm here like with friends and people are over, I'm never on my phone. It's like one of those things that I don't even think about anymore. But then sometimes I'll find myself just sitting on the couch and I would just be scrolling and I completely like just lose track of time. So then I would quickly just like throw my phone on the top of the fridge so I just don't see it, because it becomes a habit, you know? And social media has like so many aspects of like being unhealthy. I think we all know that. It's just about using it right. It's also a great place for community, meeting different people and just like learning amazing new things, bringing awareness to like so many different causes. But then there's also those negative elements to it. So limiting it and using it wisely is so important. So for me, all my social media apps are on the very last page of my like phone. Before it'd just be like on my iPhone, it'd just be like those little boxes at the bottom, so it was so easy to click. Now it's like at the very end, so if I want to go see something, I'd have to like scroll. And it's just like one of those things where you just are so much more productive. You feel better because you're not scrolling aimlessly at people that make you feel worse about yourself. Matt, on the other hand, has a phone addiction. Let me tell you, oh my God, there's been so many times where I've taken his phone and like hit it, or I like will give him a time limit. A lot of stern talks. So those are a few ways that I practice self-care, self-love, refueling my mind and body so that I can be the best version of myself and be there for my loved ones to the best of my abilities. Georgie's like hacking over here. Georgie's my Frenchie. Thank you, Jamieson, for sponsoring this video. I really hope that some of the ways that I practice self-care will help you guys, and let me know a few ways that you guys practice self-care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. If you guys want to try out any of the products that I mentioned in today's video, then check out the Jamieson.com link I provided in my description box below.